Hi Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your February 22nd, 2022 Angel Day reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will be listed and linked in the description box below. Now before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds. Letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. So let's see what the tarot has to say. Sagittarius, February 22nd, 2022, Sagittarius. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Okay. There we go. We'll move everything down just a bit so you guys can see better. At the bottom is our rooted self. The left-hand side is our inner self. The top is our heart, our emotional self. The right-hand side, the public arena, the public self. So let's see what the cards have to say. We have the Fool, which I love. And we have the High Priestess. Absolutely beautiful. We're moving towards new things because we're seeing things so much more deeply, so much more openly, so much more honestly during this time. And it's kind of like, why not? Why not move forward? Why not go after what it is that I really want? We have Justice here in our inner selves and the Queen of Wands. So for us, we're finding balance during this time. There is a sense of discernment with the energy that we're letting in, but also power, authority, determination in the way that we're moving forward. It brings us to our emotional self. We have the King of Swords, and we have the Eight of Cups. We're walking away from something we once thought we would love, and there's a real sense of knowledge now. It's like, I know so much more than when I started this whole thing. And so as we're moving forward during this time, we're so much more aware of the knowledge, of the understanding, of the determination that we have to achieve. It moves us then to our public arena self, and it's the Four of Wands, it's the Nine of Swords, and it's the 10 of Pentacles. So there's real celebration here. There's a sense of moving forward, new house, new job opportunities, a new beginning, or just a beginning that has us celebrating our lives. It doesn't have to be that anything's changing. Our outlook can be changing. It's like, now I celebrate me and what I desire. It moves us to worry, doubt, and fear. There's a sense of this creeping in, just getting in our own heads, being overwhelmed, not knowing if we're making the right decision or if we're not making the right decision. And then we have the 10 of Pentacles, prosperity, success, bounty, abundance, really guiding us forward, really leading us forward to the next stage of our existence, to what it is that we desire, want, need within our lives. So let's look at the energy we need to be mindful of during this time. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. And it is the Princess of Wands. So we're represented by the Wands in the Minor Arcana. We're represented by the Temperance, there we go, by Temperance in the Major Arcana. We're being told to be mindful of juvenile behavior. It can be that we might be being too rash or too brash about something, not taking in all the information. That can be something that we ourselves have to be mindful of during this time. We also need to be mindful of it when it comes to other people. This is going to be an energy that we're drawn to. Why? Fire sign energy is drawn to fire sign energy. We like the fire. We like the determination. We like the boldness of the energy. But this is a person who doesn't have developed ideas. They're immature, and they're not thinking long term. So do be aware of that. Then our chakra energy for this time, angels and spirit guides show me clearly. Oh, we have two here, meditation and rebirth. So we have the crown chakra and we have the earth star chakra located 6 inches below our feet. There is a need to become calmly, entwined within us with what we want and what we're desiring. Meditation is going to be very helpful with that. It can also be just embracing mindfulness as we're moving forward, looking at our present self, looking at what we desire, the heart and the mind coming together, which it is doing here in the emotional self. And then we have rebirth. We have us shedding away an old skin, being reborn into our power, into our understanding, into our determination, into our focus. So that's going to be a very lovely thing for this time, a sense of calm, a sense of beauty, and then a sense of transformation. And it moves us here to our root. Oh, wait, let us talk about this angel number day for just a moment. February 22nd, 2022 is the day of twos. It also falls on a Tuesday, at least for those of us here in the States. And this won't happen for another 200 some odd years. We're not going to see this. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity, which is really quite cool. And the number 2222 represents harmony and serenity. Our angels are letting us know that we must achieve harmony within our lives. Also, this is a very good sign. This is a very beautiful alignment. We're entering into a time of peace and stability. We can also be meeting our twin flames during this time. So just be aware of that energy is around us. Twin flame energy is quite intense, so it can be absolutely beautiful, absolutely sweep us off our feet, but it's also very intense, very powerful, very almost like it takes all our attention. So it's almost very authoritative within our lives, what it demands. We're also reaching an important milestone in our existence, in our lives for ourselves. If we look at things spiritually and we look at things in accordance to the Bible, it's using that as a spiritual kind of jump off. 222 is linked not only to the creation of Eve and the first marriage, the first union coming together, but also to the return of Christ here on earth. So that is a beautiful sense of we're uniting with a force to bring us forward into our lives, and we are being reborn into our power, which very much comes through here at our root. And in medieval times, the fact that Eve bit the apple was celebrated, because if not for her, then there would not be that coming of Christ. Now, whether this is a mythology or a history, it does not matter. Your belief system, what is important here is the foundation of the story, is the beauty of the sense of the rise and the fall and the rise again of humanity, of desire, of what we want within our lives, which is echoed right here at our root. We have the Fool. We have the sense of I'm moving forward towards what I want. I'm jumping over chaos of emotions, which we do kind of get in our own head sometimes during this time here, Sagittarius, so being very aware of that is going to be important. And we're seeing things so much more deeply. The veil is being lifted. And this can also be related to the fact that Pluto is returning to the spot that it was in 1776 when the United States was founded. And this only happens, every 246 years. So this is a huge thing. This really is quite intense. We're going to be looking at people not necessarily in the way that they want us to see things or to see them, but in the way that Spirit is guiding us towards revelations, towards understandings, towards knowledge, towards, beautiful insight. And it brings us to this place where it's like, I have to take this leap for me. Remember, every single hero's journey first begins with the person being a fool. First begins with the person not being understood or, being laughed at for saying that they're going to do something that's so different, so out of the box. And as we're seeing things more openly, more honestly, it's very much the sense of the mess being taken off. We're not in the masquerade ball anymore. We're not looking at the lies or the deceits. We're starting to see beyond. And just as I always like the high priestess linked to the Oracle of Delphi, just as the Oracle of Delphi spoke in riddles and rhymes, but showed a person their future. That is what divinity is doing for us. There is this real sense in our inner self of justice, of balance, of cutting through doubts and fears and negativity. It has us claiming a transformation. It has us claiming a new dawn, a new day, a new way of moving forward, because we're going to be much more discerning with the energy that we're letting into our lives, with the way that we're moving forward for ourselves, for what we want, for what we're becoming. And that that leads us to our hearts and our mind really coming together, because we don't want to be a person who's purely emotional, and we don't want to be a person who's purely logical, because both lack in connection, right? But with the King of Swords, it is that balance. It's cutting through doubts and fears and negativity. It's claiming a voice and our discovery. And it's saying, this is the way that I am moving forward. The King of Swords is the most masculine of all the kings. He is the only one that holds a weapon, and that weapon is only of nobility. Swords were only used by the nobles. So here, there is a sense of, this is my noble cause as I move forward, as I claim and as I see what is needed within my life. We're embracing our intellect, we're embracing our ideas, we're embracing our imagination, and that's really quite transformative. And it brings us to the Eight of Cups. It brings us to a walking away from what we once thought we would love. There's something that is ending here. Now, this could be an end of a relationship. This could be an end of, a business, like we're leaving a place that we've worked for a really long time. But what we're going to see here, or that we've worked and it's just not fitting anymore. It doesn't have to be a long time. There's knowledge learned and acquired, and now we're moving forward. And we might have thought, and we did think when we started all of this, oh, this is good, this is secure, this is safe. And we could have thought this with romantic relationships, personal relationships, and business. Also creative endeavors that we thought, oh, this is going to work, and we can't just it's not flowing. So there is this need to take the knowledge that we've learned, because we have learned really valuable things, and now it's time to move forward. And as we're moving forward, there's a place of celebration. So we're a bit apprehensive. It's kind of like, as we're leaving, these two are definitely linked, right? The Eight of Swords and the Eight of Cups and the Nine of Swords. They're definitely linked, because it's like, if I leave, what happens? What is going to go on here? There's doubt, there's fear, there's chaos. And then we have the Four of Wands coming in and saying, this is time to celebrate. This is time to move on to new adventures. This is celebration and joy and prosperity coming into our lives. And the Nine of Swords is worry, doubt, and fear. So we have to be very mindful of having the worry, doubt, and fear, overpower us, because it's human nature. When we worry, when we're upset, when we're overwhelmed, or when we're just too much in our own heads, it can take away the light and the beauty from everything. So do be aware of that. With the Ten of Pentacles, this is coming to the completion of a financial cycle. And this is being able to celebrate. This is being able to move things forward. This is wealth. This is prosperity. This is bounty. This is success. And this is the sharing of the wisdom of that success with others, but also with ourselves. It's being very aware of what it took to get us to this point. And so we can start to, embrace that in other endeavors that we're going after, other ways that we are moving forward. It brings us to our subconscious tarot energy, which is the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is celebration. The Three of Wands is new opportunities, new starts, new horizons, really becoming clear to us. We're looking at a way to expand, and we're starting to see ourselves more and more in that expansion. The energy to be mindful of here is the Star. Now, this is Aquarius energy. What we have to be mindful of is getting too caught up in what we wish for or other people's wishes, and not aligning ourselves enough with the practicality of things. This is why the heart and the mind really do need to be together during this time. It brings us then to our subconscious chakra energy, which is clarity. And this is the third eye chakra, which is what our singing bowl is linked to. And there's clarity of insight, clarity of ideas that lead us forward, that guide us to so much more than we expected, that are really starting to open up the doors to where we want to be, to what we need for ourselves, and to a power forward. It's like, I'm seeing things, and it's amplified because of the High Priestess, which of course is the number 2 here in the major arcana. This sense of 0-2. So it's even the month of February coming in. I'm seeing things so much more clearly, so much more openly, so much more honestly. And I'm embracing that. I'm honoring that as I move forward, as I go after what I want, as I see what's important to me, and as I release what isn't. All right, Sagittarius. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I'm sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power and the intensity of this angel day, of this very rare angel day. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Sagittarius, and may you have a blessed angel day.